welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and today I am back with another video on reasons your listings are not selling on Poshmark. And I'm gonna do this one a little bit different than I normally do, so I hope this is more helpful for you, and I hope that this is something that you could take to your personal closet and really just make sure your listings don't have these issues, because this is gonna help your listings sell so much faster. So I hope you stick around and make sure that you're subscribed so you never miss a future video like this. But let's get started and let's go right into why your listings aren't selling. Okay, so like I mentioned, I'm going to do things a little different this time around. Normally I just post a screenshot of what the problem is in the listing, but this time I'm going to actually post a video of each, kind of walk you through exactly what the photos look like and what the description looks like for each of these, and that is going to really help you kind of gauge better what the entire problem of the listing is. And I think it, sometimes it could be the picture that's wrong, sometimes it could be the title, the description, all these different things, but this is going to really just show you what the entire listing looks like. And so maybe this is going to be more helpful. I think it will, but let's get right into it. So this first bag is a Dooney & Bourke bag, and it looks great in the photos, and I would say maybe white out the photos, white out the backgrounds, but besides that, the photos look great of the purse. I would maybe include more measurements and more details of what the inside of the bag looks like, or different things like that. But the main problem I have with this listing is it doesn't verify that the item is legit or real. And so what you have to do with these kind of bags, especially Dooney & Bourke bags, is show a picture of that inside serial number, the tag inside the bag, and that will prove that the item is real. And if it doesn't have that serial number, there's a good chance that it's not real. And so when you don't include what the inside tag looks like to verify that it's real or not, the person doesn't know if it's real. And so they could be getting scammed by a fake bag. And so it's so important to make sure that you include that serial number in the pictures, and make sure that that's clear to the buyer so they know that they're getting a real bag, instead of you just saying this is real without them knowing. So definitely recommend having more than just 3 photos, and make sure that you're more detailed, but also very important to include that serial number. That goes for any designer bags. A lot of the times you could tell very easily if an item is real or not, but specifically with Dooney & Bourke bags, there's a serial number on the back of the tag that's inside of the bag. And there are other ways, like if that tag is missing completely, there are other ways to determine if it's real or not, but that is kind of like the easiest, quickest way. Okay, so this next one is like a tank top. It looks kind of like almost like a bralette actually, or like a crop top. But anyway, so the listing, there's only a couple pictures. Like I said in the last tip, you definitely want to include more pictures. Make sure you include a picture of the tag. Make sure you include measurements to show how long this is, because especially if it is a crop top, it's going to fit different people differently, so they kind of want to know how it's going to work for them. And if you're calling it a tank top, to me, I think a tank top is like longer in length, that it's not cropped. So you're not being specific in saying that this is a crop top, so that could actually, mislead the buyer. So make sure that you have more description and make sure you have more pictures. The thing is, with this description, it says message me for any questions. And again, like I mentioned in prior videos, you don't want to have that in your description, because people don't want to take the time out to message you. They want everything that they need, all the answers, all whatever they have, to be right there in the description or pictures. So to me, if I'm shopping and I have to, and if I see that it says message me for more questions or message me for details, I'm gonna skip that listing and move right on, because I don't have the time to message them to wait for them to respond to me. So it's just better to have everything in the description, make it really easy for all your buyers. And also think about all those buy now sales that you could be missing out on if you just put those details in the description instead of saying message me for more details. To me, when I see message me for more details, it just shows that you're lazy and that you don't want to put in the effort to make your listings good. And that is not good for a potential buyer. Okay, so this next one is a North Face jacket. Now, opposite to the first two, this one has a lot of pictures and it's very detailed. It's great. Pictures are wonderful. I would also recommend whiting out the background like we talked in the first tip, but again, they took very detailed pictures of this jacket. So the problem is not in the pictures. The problem is actually in the title and in the pictures, it doesn't match the size. So this one, it says that it's a small, and the jacket says that it's a small, but the search is actually showing that it's a medium. So when this item is being filtered, it's going to show up in the medium search and not the small search, which actually is going to hurt the searchability and the sellability of this item. So make sure you double check your listings. I have actually had this issue myself. I think I put it in one of these prior videos talking about why your listings aren't selling, where I had an item myself that was marked small, but it was actually a medium, and I didn't realize it until a customer told me, and so luckily she did and didn't purchase. But you definitely want to just make sure you check the sizes of things. Mistakes happen, especially if you're listing a lot at once. You might mark it as the wrong size, but make sure you check those, because that's going to really hurt the searchability and also potentially lead to problems if you have the wrong size. Okay, so this next one is back to the whole missing pictures, only having 3 pictures issue, and also the first photo, which is the cover photo, is very blurry in one part of the photo. And so in this one, there's a lot of things that could be updated, including adding more pictures and just making sure that first photo is not blurry. So I would take a picture, hanging it up like they did, but making sure it's like right on and not like to like a weird angle, and just blurring out that background, whitening it out, and including more pictures than just 3. Because in every picture in this listing, it kind of looks like a different color, and the item says that it's navy, but it doesn't really appear navy in the pictures. So definitely take a more clear picture with better lighting, and this will look more true to color. And also include, you know, measurements again, like we talked about, the material tag. There are so many good things that are left out of these photos that could be really helpful for someone that's determining if they want to buy this or not. So I would recommend including all those things, taking more pictures, having better lighting, and definitely making sure that the item isn't blurry, and this item could sell quicker. Okay, so this next one is an item that only has 2 photos, and it doesn't show the entire item in either of the photos. So if you look at the tags for this item, it says that it's a long sleeve shirt, but you never see anywhere in the pictures that it's a long sleeve shirt. And it doesn't really say anything in the description either that's helpful. So this is a kind of a red flag to me, because without looking at that tag, I'm not going to know if it's a long sleeve shirt or short sleeve shirt. It's very hard to tell in the pictures. So there's no problem in getting an entire shirt in the photos. So I really recommend doing that. Don't cut off like the sleeves, don't cut off any part of the shirt. Take a picture far enough away where you're going to be able to get all those details. And if you really can't get the small details of the shirt, you can zoom in for the following pictures to get those small details. But this is also a plain blue sweater, so it doesn't really even have those details. So there's really no reason why the sleeves should be cut off in the picture. And again, like I've mentioned so many times so far this video, is just include more pictures, include measurements, include the material tag, include the regular size tag. Just include everything, every part of this, because again, the buyer doesn't know what the sleeve detail looks like. They could have bell sleeves, they could have ruffle sleeves, they could have button sleeves. We don't know. So unless you put that in the picture, you're kind of misleading the buyer. Okay, so this next one was a little bit confusing because it says that it's new without tag, but in the first picture you see a tag on the boots. So this isn't as big of a deal as some of the other issues that we're seeing in this video, but it's still important to be accurate with your representation. And also, if it is new with tag, you could tag it as new with tag, and that's actually going to make it sell a little bit better. I find that when I mark something with new with tag, it actually really does sell quicker. So I would definitely make sure that if it is new with tag, you specify that, because it clearly does look like it's new with tag in the pictures, but in your description you start off by saying that it's new without tag. Okay, so this next one is the definition of lazy to me on Poshmark. They took the photos all sideways, so the listing is like horizontal, so it's as if you like turn your screen sideways and we're looking at it. So it's very hard to read, and it's very not clear on the eye. The color is not great. The photos like are not centered, and like you're seeing only parts of the item. So I would improve a lot of things in this. I would really improve those photos. Make sure you turn them upright. There is a rotate button in the listings, so you can turn them. Even if you take the photos sideways, you can turn them when you go to list them. I really recommend doing that, and really making sure that those items look better in the picture. Otherwise, they're just not going to sell as well as you think. And so it's so important to make sure that cover photo looks right, and also make sure that all the photos, the item is facing upright, and it's going to help sell the item a lot quicker. Okay, so this next pair is a pair of jeans, and it has 3 pictures, and it shows that the item is distressed, and it shows that they are blue jeans, but the coloring looks very bad. And now I am gonna give this person credit because at least they took the time to white out the background, which is very different than a lot of the previous people in this video. But the problem with this is they whited out the background, but because of the way that the lighting was in the photo originally, and then on top of them whiting out the background, it actually made the jeans look like yellow and like kind of old looking and not really right. So I can't imagine the jeans actually look like this, and so you're kind of like preventing the item from selling by having such horrible pictures. And I don't mean to be mean and say that they're like horrible or anything. I don't want to offend anyone, but really the coloring just looks really bad and could really be fixed. And I actually have realized this over time, where I was taking photos and I'd be like, wait, the coloring doesn't look like that. Like, why is it coming out like that? And chances are it's because of your lighting. So if you're taking pictures in like really dark lighting or extremely bright lighting or anything like that, it's gonna distort the colors a little bit. And especially on jeans, when it gives you like that yellow hue to them, it probably means that you're not taking them in the best lighting. And this really makes a big difference on the picture itself, because right now it looks like it looks like they have like a yellow hint to them, and I don't think that's what you were intending with these jeans. So the other thing is too, with just dressing on jeans, I always recommend taking close-ups of what it really looks like, because again, people like different things when it comes to distressing. Some people like minimal distressing, some people like a little bit, and it's hard to tell on this one if it's like fully ripped in certain areas or if it's only a little bit. So definitely take those close-ups of, you know, all the distressing, and take pictures of the tags, and definitely do measurements, because you always want to provide measurements for jeans. This is a big important thing that you do, is to include every kind of measurement possible. That will help you avoid cases in the future. Okay, so that is a wrap on this week's version of why your listings aren't selling. These are all problems that I actually saw on my Poshmark feed. I just opened up the app really quickly before I was filming this, and I came across all these listings in my feed. Didn't really have to scroll that long. I probably was on the app for maybe 10 minutes total, and it really didn't take that long to find all these issues. So if I could find that many issues that quickly, that means that there really are a lot of issues out there that are probably affecting a lot of people's listings. So if you have any of these listings in your closet or similar issues, definitely take the time to fix them, and maybe your items will start selling a lot quicker than they are now. And hopefully this can help you. And if you want to see more videos on reasons why your listings aren't selling, I actually have an entire playlist full of these videos, and I really hope that they're helpful for you. So if you want to watch more of those, you can click right here. And if you want to see the new features that were released at PoshFest a couple weeks back, these are new features that are coming to the app soon that are going to help you have more success on the platform. You can click right here. But until next time, I will see you then.